What can I say? When you're right, you're right. What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if you'll please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rage Rants TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, a tweet put out by Mark Berman of Fox 26 News. And it reads, NBA sources confirm Shams Charania report that the Rockets and John Wall are mutually working together to find a better fit for him. Sources say John Wall has not asked to be traded. According to sources, the five-time All-Star simply isn't part of the Rockets' long-term plans. Now let's speak on this. Y'all, I told y'all a little while back, for those that's been following me for a while, I told y'all a while back I didn't see John Wall being a Houston Rocket after this season, especially with the Rockets having one of the worst records in the league and him being a vet, him having that big contract. You understand what I'm saying? I predicted that they were either going to find a way to trade him or they were going to find a way to buy him out. Now, as we seeing right here, the words that I said back then are now coming to light and coming true now. Here's why I said what I said and how I just figured it would just be, it would ultimately come to this. As I stated before, John Wall has a big absorbent contract. No owner in the NFL, in the NBA, NHL, MLB, you name it, no owner wants to pay a guy as much money as John Wall is making and not make the playoffs at the very least. You understand what I'm saying? And with the Rockets not even going to be in playoff contention for the next 2 or 3 seasons, I see no reason why John Wall has to spend the rest of his career here, what's left of his career anyway. And I mean no disrespect when I say that. The guy's in this, he's past 30. You know, John Wall's best years are behind him. You understand what I'm saying? And he was one of the most electric point guards in the league. However, right now, the John Wall that we have still currently with the Rockets for the time being, he's just not a long-term fit. And I also say that because the Rockets have gone through a complete rebuild. We all know the James Harden, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook situations. You understand what I'm saying? Each and every last one of those guys went on to other teams. You understand what I'm saying? Westbrook went to the Wizards. Now he's with the Lakers. Chris Paul just went to the finals with the Phoenix Suns. We all know James Harden. Him in that 7-game series with the Brooklyn Nets and the Bucks. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, with the Rockets rebuilding, retooling and building towards the future, there's really no reason for a guy like John Wall. And I'm going to go ahead and say this too, Eric Gordon as well. Be on the lookout for him being on the trade block soon as well if he's not already, or bought out if he's not already. Be on the lookout for those two guys to be gone from the Houston Rockets. Again, I don't think this has anything. This isn't a personal thing. This is more of this is a business thing, a team building thing. There's no reason why to pay those guys all that money and you're not even getting to the playoffs. I mean, I like Jalen Green. Don't get me wrong. I like the young pieces we got. Kevin Porter Jr. Of course, you got that anomaly. I call him the anomaly known as Christian Wood, who I think is somebody you can also build around going forward. So the Rockets have a lot of young pieces and a lot of young talent to build around. I just don't see how John Wall and Eric Gordon fit into that. And I just think it'd be best for everybody if they all just went their own separate ways. You understand what I'm saying? With John Wall, see if you can trade him to a contender so he can compete for a championship. You understand what I'm saying? The guy's been in the league over 10 years now. You understand what I'm saying? As I've said before, his best years are behind him. So why not trade him and let him go and let him go chase for a championship while he still can? Same thing with Eric Gordon. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as far as the trade value goes for these two, I don't think you're going to get too much trade value for either one of them because they're both aging. They both have huge contracts. You understand what I'm saying? So with the Rockets trading these guys, if they can't trade them, be on the lookout for a buyout for both him and Eric Gordon, as I've stated earlier before. But if I could trade them, I don't think they're going to get back too much in trade value. I think they'll maybe get back some second-round picks, maybe some expiring contracts at best. You understand what I'm saying? Which is what the Rockets need right now. When you're rebuilding, you want to stockpile on draft picks and get as many, bring in as many expiring contracts as you can because that clears off money on the books the very next season if you trade for the right contract. And then I don't like the term tanking, but the worse you are, the better you're able to draft. You understand what I'm saying? And as young and as talented as the Rockets roster is right now, I don't see them making the playoffs, not in the stacked West when you got the Warriors coming back fully healthy. You still got the Lakers and LeBron to deal with who just got stronger. You got the Mavericks who got Luka Doncic that's only going to get better. You understand what I'm saying? You got so many teams in the West to worry about. The Phoenix Suns just came off a finals berth. So it's so many teams, in the West to deal with right now. To only, you understand what I'm saying? To say that the Rockets are going to make it in the playoffs in the stacked West, I don't see it happening. Now, if they'd have been in the East, they'd have had a chance. But in the West, I don't see them making the playoffs for the next 2 or 3 seasons at the very least. You know, and while you're going through a rebuild, these things are going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, to close out the video, John Wall being traded, don't expect too much back for him. I mean, we may be able to get a low first round draft pick if we trade him to a potential contender, but I don't expect too much to come back for John Wall other than maybe some second round picks or some expiring contracts. Same thing with Eric Gordon, who I believe is going to be traded from the Rockets if not bought out before the season as well. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this news of John Wall possibly being traded and very well may be traded going forward. Which team would you like to see him on? What do y'all think the Rockets can get back for him and Eric Gordon? As long as y'all remain respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's going to be the end of my video. I hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you. My name is Rage King. I am out, and I'll be back later on with more videos, more commentary, and more good content. Now, hashtag that enough said. See y'all later.